Hey guys, what's up? So we're here to check out this awesome animation. As always, we'll watch the whole thing first, then we'll have the analysis at the end of the video. Anyways, let's start.
Answer for what you have done. Yone, turn back. You have dishonored us. You swore to protect him. You swore to protect Ionia. Look around you, brother. Your honor stains the ground. Better than living without it. I'm sorry, brother. I will not fail you again. Apologies, Opa. I didn't mean to.
It's all right. The spirits wait for no one.
No, I'm not.
Looking to commune? Why else would the great Yasuo come? But are you ready?
Does that matter? I'll never make it up there in time.
True, the road is long. Perhaps my own temple can still provide a way. The choice is yours.
Is it?
It's taken years for the spirit blossoms to return. If the land is ready to heal, perhaps you are as well.
And this is the way? Old men, flowers, and hope.
Maybe hope is enough.
Maybe.
Immerse yourself in the river Whaley. Let the waters cleanse you. Let the currents take this burden you carry. Remember who you have lost.
Let me go, Yone! I was winning! Did you see me take out that big one?
I saw you dishonor yourself.
You fight?
When I have to, not when I want to.
You don't have anything to prove.
There is always another fight, Yasuo. Finding it proves nothing.
Your place is here. With Elder Souma. He trained me for this. I can help end this war. Your duty is to this school. To your master. To Ionia. Then I should be out there protecting her. I won't fail you, Yone. It seems I have already failed you.
Drink this. It will help forge a bond between our realms.
A drink rarely gets me out of trouble.
Sometimes we must go looking for our demons.
Show yourself. I'm not here for you.
Killing me does nothing, Hunter. If he lives, I will return. Suma's great pupil. What a disappointment. And your honor brought you here.
Better than living without it. Yone. I'm no murderer. Then why are you running? I'm done running. Have your revenge, brother.
You might deserve death, but not by my hand.
Then there is nothing left for me in Ionia.
Even the wind has a path, brother.
Farewell, Yone.
May the spirit of Ionia guide you.
It's easier looking back, isn't it? The trick is seeing what lies ahead.
From what I hear, most likely thieves, beasts, and drink.
It is a lawless place, where you can decide your own fate. Besides, we're both looking for something, aren't we?
And you think we'll find it in Bilgewater?
I think we'll find many things.
and that was just insane. I like the way they fixed the Yone and Yasuo issue from the get-go. To be honest, there are circumstances where Yasuo gets wrongly accused of his master's death, and then being forced to kill his own brother is a bit annoying. I mean, just talk and explain, man. With that said, holding off their dreaded meeting will just leave a bad taste. So I really liked it on how they made the story this way, where Yone looks like he has his own thing going on and not on a Yasuo-obsessed vengeance quest. Instead, it looks like he has his own demon-slaying career going on for him, and it seems he has a specific goal, as you can guess from the faces hanging from his belt. And our man Yasuo is finally free from all those depressing backstory. He is now off to Bilgewater together with Ari. I love how things are moving on and the possible new adventures. Also, the switch from 2D to 3D adds a nice touch to the animation. Now, we did say that the story is developing onto new lands, but knowing their past stories is a must in order for you to appreciate some of the more incoming developments. So let's start from the beginning. A quick summary of Yasuo's lore. Ever since his childhood, Yasuo's existence was a mistake that could never be undone. Well, at least that's what the villagers think of him. It had something to do with Yasuo's would-be dad fertilizing a widowed mother and then abandoning them altogether after planting his seeds. You see, Yasuo's mom was a widowed mother, her kid being Yone. And Yasuo's dad randomly came into the village, flirted with the mom, did the hokey pokey, and left after 1 or 2 months. So the mom not only has to take care of Yone alone, but also has to take care of her growing belly in which Yasuo resides inside. Anyway, these two half-brothers grew up with their mom, the three of them most likely enduring a lot of hardships. Yone was respectful, diligent, and always followed the rules, a complete opposite of Yasuo. Although despite their huge difference, these two guys were really close. Whenever Yasuo gets bullied by the village kids, Yone was there to defend him. So when Yone started going to sword school, Yasuo wanted to as well. But because of his reputation in the village and pretty much being hated by most, he wasn't given the chance to study there. But still, he followed his brother to that school and waited outside every single day. Monsoon rain or hot scorching heat, he would stay outside, waiting for his brother and hoping that he would get the chance to study the sword just like what his brother is doing. The teachers, seeing all this, finally relented. They opened the gates and accepted Yasuo as one of their disciples. Surprisingly, Yasuo was a natural talent, which caused the other salty disciples to become saltier. Soon enough, he caught the attention of Elder Souma, the last master of the legendary wind technique. And so Yasuo became Suma's apprentice and personal bodyguard. Now fast forward to their adulthood. The Noxians are invading Ionia. The villagers, being inspired by the great stand that happened in Pasidum of Navori, basically a place where the Ionians finally took arms against the Noxians and where Swain lost his arm, sent their disciples as well as other able-bodied villagers to fight the war. Yasuo though was ordered to stay behind and protect the elders of the village. Despite this order, Yasuo still went to battle, thinking that his skills were enough to turn the tide of battle. During Yasuo's absence, a Noxian soldier wandered into the village, which was Riven. Master Souma helped Riven with her troubles. Riven basically wanted to shatter her sword and herself for emo reasons. And when Master Souma did shatter the sword, he got killed by the freaking sword. It didn't really explain what happened after that, but I guess Riven fled the scene. Because soon enough, Yasuo was accused as the murderer of his master. The reason for this was there were wind/slash markings all over the room of Master Souma where they found him dead. And the only ones who could use such attacks which they considered were wind techniques were Souma and Yasuo. But in reality, those wind markings came from the time when Riven's sword was shattered by Master Souma. But the villagers didn't know that. So with such evidence pointing to Yasuo, he was marked as a traitor and was ordered to be hunted down. The actual Hunt Yasuo event party came later though, because during that time there was this huge war going on. Ionians and Noxians were dying left and right. But when the Noxians were finally driven back from Ionia and things settled down a bit, The hunt Yasuo's bought came back with renewed vigor. The reason why the people were more hyped to get Yasuo for justice is because they actually blame Yasuo for the increased body count during the Noxian invasion. If Master Souma didn't die, he could have helped in the war and decreased the number of deaths within the village. Sons, husbands, and fathers could have returned home alive if Souma was there. That was how powerful the villagers regarded Souma. So Yasuo's betrayal was somehow linked to the deaths of the villagers' loved ones. At least that's how the villagers see it. So Yone and his other classmates hunted Yasuo down, and one by one Yasuo killed them. For some reason, the disciples didn't hunt Yasuo together. Instead, they would find Yasuo on their own, and on each encounter, Yasuo would win, and his opponent left dead. Based on Yasuo's character, I'm guessing he did this on self-defense, and that he refuses to die before he himself discovers who the murderer of his master is. Remember that these disciples grew up together with Yasuo within the village. He had known them his entire life. And lastly, Yone came, and in the end, Yasuo himself was forced to kill his brother. The whole stuff was a huge ordeal for Yasuo, but what kept him going was to find not only the murderer of his master, but also the one responsible for the blood on his hands. In the end though, he found Riven standing in trial in the courtrooms of their village. Despite being technically innocent, she was accused as Souma's murderer. And the fact that she is a Noxian and she herself wanted to die didn't really help her case. The villagers saw someone new to blame. A Noxian soldier who they hated was better suited for their hate. Yasuo, despite being hated in the village, was still their own. So having to blame this Noxian invader felt much better. However though, the fact that the village elders were wise, kind, and seek balance within the world, found that Riven, despite her brutal past, was not Souma's murderer. And just like them, was a person that was broken by war. And that she wants nothing else but to live and atone for what the Noxians have done to Ionia. That conclusion came from Riven and Yasuo's confrontation. On Yasuo's insistence, they battled, one broken soul to another. And through their fight, they discovered how Souma actually died. So with everything cleared and people forgiven, Yasuo was left with nothing but regret. Though he did find a bit of solace in knowing what actually transpired, he blamed himself for not being there to protect his master. His actions not only caused his master's death, but also the death of his brother and classmate. Yasuo left the village and now wanders Ionia without any definite goal. Until today, that is. After that story where he leaves the village, he then goes to the Spirit Blossom Festival, hoping that its healing rituals would ease his heart, though he didn't had much hopes. And the rest are the ones you've seen on the animation. They actually added this bit on Yasuo's written lore now, as well as him going off with Ari. And there we go. Also guys, besides from each champion's actual lore, there are a lot of other short stories that was made by the writers in Riot. And I have read a lot of them. But I've got to say that one of the best written stuff is the Confessions of a Broken Blade. Basically, it's where Riven stood trial about Souma's death and the confrontation between Yasuo and Riven. If you're a LoL story fan, I definitely recommend this one. Anyways, that's it for this video guys. Share your thoughts about this whole story in the comment section. I'd really love to hear from you guys. Stay safe and thank you for watching.